In the last slide, I brushed over the idea that ozone protects the Earth's surface from UV radiation, and that because of this protection, even more photosynthesizing organisms, such as land-dwelling plants, could exist. Now I will explain some of the chemistry and the physics behind the ozone layer and how it blocks UV radiation. So if we look at the top of the troposphere and the bottom of the stratosphere, this is where O2 molecules coming from the troposphere and UV waves coming from the sun meet. So in this area, we have O2 molecules that make contact with UV radiation. Now sometimes this UV radiation is powerful enough to break this oxygen's bond, causing free oxygen atoms to be flying around. These free oxygen atoms make contact with other random air particles such as nitrogen, and they slow down. Eventually, these oxygen atoms become slow enough to form weak bonds with other O2 molecules, forming O3 ozone. Now, ozone itself is also a very unstable molecule, and if another UV wave comes and makes contact with it, this weakly bonded oxygen flies off and repeats the same process with a different oxygen molecule. Now, essentially, we have a cycle that looks like this. So, radiation comes in. It's UV radiation. It breaks a bond, and free oxygen is flying around. This free oxygen then forms an ozone bond. And then UV radiation comes and breaks up this ozone and creates free oxygen, thus repeating the cycle. If it weren't for the ozone layer, it would be very dangerous to be exposed to sunlight on the surface because you would be receiving the full impact of UV radiation, which can lead to all sorts of health problems such as cancer. But since the ozone layer can take in UV radiation and push it out as heat energy, it makes the surface much safer to be on.